You can tweet us at Grant H. Paulson at Funny Danny. A lot of comments coming in. People giving their suggestions on what else should change with the Commanders' uniforms that are now just going into season number 3. Yesterday, we found out they're going back to gold pants, although old friend Chris Russell /Arini and I were just speaking moments ago before I came back into the studio, and he said, well, they're not gold, they're yellow. I guess by definition, that's true.
Yeah.
Because you think gold is more metallic. Gold is
shiny.
Notre Dame has a gold helmet.
Yeah, the Golden Dome, sure.
Florida State with that darker burgundy has like a gold pants sometimes. So true. I think by definition they are yellow pants, but we get it. It's burgundy and gold.
Sure.
The actual color itself might not be gold by definition. Like if you Google the color gold, that's not the color of the pants. The pants are a little more yellow, but I think we all understand what we're talking about here. But what's your next change? What is the next play if you're trying to make these uniforms a little more entertaining, enjoyable to the eye, aesthetically pleasing to the eye, moving forward? 800-636-1067. Kevin's in Arlington. What's up, Kev?
Hey, guys. Hey, just wanted to give a little history real quick on the uniforms. Because I know Danny was upset that, he thinks of the gold pants as a Bruce Allen thing, and I get it. But it wasn't even a George Allen thing, Danny. It was a Vince Lombardi thing in '69. And that's when we went to those gold pants with stripes. They never changed under Allen, and it was the Lombardi regime, Sonny Jurgensen will tell you that turned everything around when we started winning. So when you think about the gold pants, never think about Bruce, think about Vince. Okay? Now, as for what I'd like to see as a change-up, I look, as long as they're the Commanders and as long as this is the current uniform combinations that we can choose from, I would love to see, because I think the Eagles do this occasionally, and I like it. That's the only thing I like about Philly. I would love to see a home jersey, the black jersey, the burgundy helmet, and the white pants. And then I'd like to see the traditional red jersey and the gold pants and the burgundy helmet. I just think that the black should be integrated. I'm with Danny. I hate the pajama, black on black, burgundy on burgundy. But black is increasingly part of all teams' uniforms. And I'd like for them to be creative about it. And you know what? Do something different, because once this team starts winning, we're going to think about them in these new combinations as a new team. That's how I feel about it.
But see, that's, I think, what we got to figure out, because in that call, he both wanted some throwback stuff and then new team, new image.
It's a tough tightrope to walk,
It's
man.
like we got to pick a lane, I think. I don't think you can do both successfully. I think you've got to choose one and then alienate the other. Either we walk the old burgundy and gold Redskins path, or we say they're not the Redskins anymore. They're the Commanders. This is a different white on burgundy jersey with the black stripe. They now wear black and yellow like they're the Steelers occasionally, and the black on black look, which I actually think is a very cool look. It has nothing to do with the Redskins, but it's a cool look for what it's worth. A couple things I would tweak, like I would take the W in the middle of the helmet off. I don't think that makes any sense, but I digress. You just got to figure out what you want to be. I think that's the first thing. It's like when you're writing a column, you're taught who's your audience. And every sentence you write, every paragraph you put down, you're supposed to answer that question: who is my audience? I think that's maybe a good analogous thought to, we need to try to figure out, what is our goal?
Who are we catering to?
Are we trying to appease the old guard and keep fans from the old thing happy? Or are they trying to distance themselves a little bit and start something new and fresh? Because I think by right now doing a little bit of both.
Yeah, they've tried to do both.
They've made everybody unhappy.
I agree with you.
Let's go to Tyrone in Upper Marlboro. Hey, Tyrone.
Hey, fellas. How y'all doing this afternoon?
Good, buddy.
Great.
Hey, doing well. I guess I'm officially an old head. My childhood was in the 80s. My teenage years was in the 90s. And I'm with Danny on this one. I love the white with the burgundy pants at home. I'm one of the few people probably that hates the black uniforms. You know what I mean?
We're lockstep, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And changing the name is not the biggest turnoff for me. It's the uniforms. I hate the uniforms. I just hate them. Period. I don't care what combination the current uniforms are in. The burgundy's not the same burgundy. You know, the white or the black. And I can't stand the black, but definitely I would like for us to go back to what Danny was saying. So I agree with you.
Here's my question.
Appreciate you, dude.
Why couldn't they have just taken the decals off the Native American and headdress logo, the Redskins emblem? Just rip that off the helmet. In fact, they'd already kind of done it because they were the Washington football team. And for that, they had the same jerseys, same colors, same pretty much everything. But they just put a number in place of the logo, remember?
Yeah, you could put the crest, you could put whatever you think looks
but
good.
I'm just saying what we actually saw when they were the Washington football team during the 2020 season in year one of Rivera was they just ripped the emblem off before they had a name, and they just put everybody's number right on the side of the helmet. Why can't they just do that and have a block W in place of the old logo and have the exact same uniforms? Now, maybe their point is, we didn't want to do that because this is not the Redskins and it's a different thing. Which, if that's the case, that we can have a different conversation. But stay with me for a second.
Okay.
If their goal was actually to keep it really, really close, then why didn't they just do that? Because it seems like their goal was to keep it really, 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 really close. Maybe their goal was to keep it close with a fresh can of paint or something.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to your point that you made a minute ago, where you try to do both things, you end up failing at both.
But like the gold pants is an example.
Yeah.
They're bringing back the gold pants. But the gold pants that they used to wear had burgundy stripes with like a white, and it was like burgundy, white, burgundy, almost like three lines straight down the middle. That's not on these current gold pants that we saw yesterday. So they're bringing back the gold pants, kind of. You know, everything's kind of. It's almost like they don't have the trademark to the old stuff, but they do.
Right. Like no matter if it's super hard because you're trying to please everybody in a place where you quite literally cannot please everybody. Like they're in a position where they're desperately trying to win fan approval, and there's a great Simpsons episode when two aliens are the two top tickets on the ballot for president, and it's like one guy is like, this for everybody, and they go boo. This for nobody, boo. This for some people, boo. And he's like, I don't know. Like that's what this is. Like if I'm going, hey, when the last caller, Tyrone and I, when we were in the 80s, this is what Joe Gibbs said. We're going to wear white at home. And they wear white all the time. Like everyone Ryan's age would be go, what are those? And they'd be all upset. Whereas if they do some kind of newfangled, I don't know, thing that I think looks ridiculous, it's like a Super Future jersey that somebody wore in a video that Ryan scrolls on Instagram, the kids would love it. And everybody my age and older would be like, what the hell is this? It's not what I grew up with. There's no pleasing everybody here. So it's really hard to, when you can't commit to one thing, knowing you're going to alienate a huge portion of the pie that you're trying to win back.
Is there something else with the uniforms you'd like to see changed by the Commanders after they announced they're going back to the gold pants yesterday? 800-636-1067 is the number. We'll take your thoughts on this next. Let's go to the phones. 800-636-1067 is the number on Grant and Danny. Gold pants are back. What else do you want to see changed about the Commanders' new uniforms as we enter year 3? Jimmy in Columbia, what's up?
Hey, guys. Before the break, I agree with almost everything you guys say normally, but I actually am strongly against y'all on the notion of alienating a group and can't please everyone. I mean, the Commanders' uniforms are so new that if we go back to the Redskins way, that was what everybody knew. So I will respectfully disagree on that notion. But to answer your question,
wait, before you move on, because I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm just a little confused. You're saying that the jerseys aren't popular because they're new, so just stick with them for a while, or what's your point?
My point is that if we go back to the old uniform style, I do not believe we will be alienating a group or leaving a group unhappy.
Oh, I don't think we thought that either. What we're saying, or what I was saying is, by doing what they did, which is to recreate new jerseys that were 80%, let's say, like the other ones, they basically tried to appeal to the people that wanted to keep the jerseys and to the people that wanted new jerseys, so they alienated everybody. I think going back to the old jerseys is the correct play. I would change them both back to basically the Washington football team look, where they just had the same old jerseys without the logo.
And I probably didn't explain myself very well either. I was saying that young people, like guys that are like 19 or 20 who have no identity with the history and what I grew up with, if they brought back uniforms that I want from the 80s and early 90s, they'd go, "What is this?" and like use the guttural utterances as how they communicate with each other via like emojis and whatever. So I do think you might alienate some, but to your point, like that would be, I think that's the preferred tact, is to say this isn't that long ago. Let's just do what everybody loves instead of saying we're going to and then doing something 75 to 80% of that. Again, I probably wasn't clear.
Understood. I apologize for misunderstanding. Then we are on the same page.
No apologies necessary, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, to answer your question, then currently on the Commanders uniforms, which disgusting. Well, I'd like to change everything, but I'd like to change the helmet next. The matte burgundy helmet and the matte burgundy face mask thing. That's stupid. Let's just go back to the metallic helmet with its burgundy, the normal gold face mask. Let's bring
100%.
back the double white stripes on the stripy thing. There's no need to remove that. Jason Wright, you messed up, bro. Thanks, guys.
So the gold face mask, very true.
Yeah.
We were just looking at pictures during the break. It's a game changer.
Mhm.
With just the old face mask is there's no reason to navigate away from that. I don't really know what the rationale or the logic was. I'd be curious to have someone tell me that's smart about designing things that was involved with the jersey look. But yeah, if you're not familiar, I believe now it's a burgundy face mask. And it's on a burgundy helmet. It kind of matches with the helmet, with the matte. Go gold on the matte helmet. I actually like the matte helmet. Maybe I'm in the minority. I think the helmet's kind of fire. And I've thought the helmet was awesome since the beginning. Now, the logo itself is mediocre, which is the block W. Even though it's grown on me, I hated it initially. Now it's just meh. Like, I'm now whelmed by it. It's fine. It's replacement level. But the actual matte helmet, I think it's a good look. And you see that all over the sport, all over the league. In each team's given color, they go with the matte helmet. I think that is a win, but I would definitely go gold face mask. To me, that's easy. That's a snap of the fingers like the gold pants, especially if you're going gold pants. It's all the more reason now to go back to the gold face mask.
Yeah, that gold face mask would not change for me. That's an easy, simple fix. The different colors, the one some of them even look black, some look, as you said, maroon in different lights, or I don't know. It's just that one. I appreciate the experimentation. Thanks for being creative. Let's just get back to the thing that we know.
Let's go to Eric, who's in North Carolina, listening for free on the Odyssey app. What's up, Eric?
Eric.
Hey, guys. I'm one of the older fans. I'm 55, so I got Danny by a 10 years, I think. Anyways, the caller before me, Zach took the word right out of my mouth, guys. That was what my comment was going to be, the face mask and back to gold and all that. But I saw pictures. Y'all might have saw it. Y'all looking at pictures a minute ago. It was probably about 2 years ago. My nephew sent a picture on Twitter where the whole uniform looked like it used to. It had the gold. It still had a block W on it and all that, but it had the old look, the gold pants, the stripes, in other words, I don't like the new name and all that stuff either. I hope one day it changes still personally, but if they were going to keep the name, at least I hope they go back into this uniform change stuff. That would be, because that look I saw 2 years ago on Twitter made me like the name better. So
I think what you're talking about, if I had to guess, is the Washington football team jerseys, because those are the old jerseys. It's the exact, to say it's the same color is redundant. It's quite literally the same jersey. They did what I was talking about. They just took the logo off the gear. There's no more Native American imagery. There's no more headdress on a Native. The image in question that Gaines is upset about with the family he's representing,
the Wetzel
out in Montana
family,
with the Wetzels. It's gone, but it's just, here's your burgundy jersey. Here's your white jersey. There was no block W on the helmet. They had the numbers. It was big gold numbers. So whatever you were, if you were John Allen, 93 right there, the Daron Payne, 94. They did it kind of like Alabama does, where they've got the white numbers on the side of like a burgundy helmet or whatever. Well, I guess they wouldn't be burgundy. Crimson, probably.
Right.
For the Crimson Tide.
Like a Louisville Cardinal alternate.
Let's go to Aaron and Laurel. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I was thinking that, like I like what Grant was saying about the all white. That's what you're saying, right? About all white. Go back to that and then have the block W. But I was saying instead of having the block W, I would like to do like I know this might not go well with everybody, but I'd do like a Chief Z emblem on there since he's a big part of the past of the team and everything. So I know the family they're going to need to be talked to about that as well. But I think that'd be a cool little idea.
Well, here's the deal: is that they're not going to have a Chief anything on the side of a helmet. I mean, ask the Cleveland Guardians
Yeah.
about their hats with the C on them. They went away from Chief Wahoo a long time ago. The Redskins logo's gone. The Braves just have a letter like an A, so they've kind of gotten away with it. But headdress, any kind of Native American imagery, it's a thing of the past, and it's only going to change more and more, and it's not going back that way. So Chief Z, who was a legend,
Sure.
they got to find a way to honor him and the tradition that he provided, but he's not going to be represented on gear going forward.
No, you wouldn't think so because, again, I think you covered it. But again, this is such a hard puzzle piece, right? Because everyone has, sort of bits of nostalgia and things that they remember and, those kind of moments. It's like, for me, like, what was Art Monk wearing when he was getting first downs? I just want that. I want that back. Whereas, like, your memory is, what was Chris Cooley wearing when he was ripping through Dallas' secondary for his 3-touchdown game? I think everybody wants a little some of that, so it's hard to thread the needle. But I think the common theme is this new, matted number, burgundy sprinkled with white, that it's supposed to be glossy kind of thing. That's a no. I think that's a no from 99% of the fan base.
Where are you on the helmet? The matte helmet?
No.
You don't like the current helmet?
I don't.
I like it a lot.
I don't.
Has the block W grown on you at all?
Not even a little bit. I don't know what that is. Like, well, I know what it is. It's a block W. But I'm kind of going, that has no connection to anything. Like, that feels like, oh my God, we forgot to put something on the helmet. We have 10 minutes. Get an intern to print something. It looks so low effort to me. And maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was something that they spent millions of dollars on, some designer and like 8 consultants, and they branded this and optimized that and RS this, whatever. It looks so stupid to me. There's no connection that I have with any part of that.
I think the helmet's gorgeous. I'm looking at it here in front of me again, right now. I think they got to go back to the gold face mask, though. And I actually think that would be the icing on the cake. But the matte helmet with the block W, I think it works.
Another quick gripe that I kind of just noticed, I'm just scrolling through different teams' Wikipedias and looking at their uniform combinations and things of that sort. I didn't think this was an issue at first, but now I'm starting to realize this bothers me a little bit. So on the burgundy jersey of ours, it says Commanders across the chest. And then our white jersey, it says Washington, which is a different font from the Commanders one, which is stupid. And I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't like, and you pointed out that like each jersey is kind of different. I wish they were all the same, but different colors, where the font is the same and the design is the same. But anyway, keep going.
Exactly. And then in looking at every team's jersey, no other team has literal different jerseys for each of their home and away. It's very weird. But I'm also noticing that no team has if they have their name across their chest, they don't have their city across the chest on their road jersey, for example. Now you see that in baseball where, say, for example, the Nationals.
Yeah.
Across your home jersey, it says Nationals, but on your road jersey, it says Washington. In the NFL, it doesn't seem like that's the case. It seems like any team that has their name or their city across their chest, it looks like most teams have their name across their chest. It's also across their chest on their road jersey, not their city being listed on their road jersey. But
So
for some reason, the Commanders chose to do that. So
would you
another
rather
weird choice.
Well, I shouldn't even ask Danny. I was gonna say, would you rather it say Washington or Commanders? But I could just move on to the next part.
Anything that doesn't say Commanders is right.
Yeah. They could even do something that says like DC, although I like Washington because, believe it or not, it is a media market that includes Maryland and Virginia.
Let's not get.
I know. I'm going to ruffle some feathers here.
Mm.
I'm going to annoy some people.
Whoa.
Let's go to Kenny in Haymarket on G&D. What's up, Kenny?
Hey, guys. What's up, man?
Hey, Kenny.
I think I'm the second time I've called, but I've been a Redskin fan since 1970, so I've seen plenty of different uniforms. And I think maybe what the core of the whole problem is that god-awful Ronald McDonald yellow that they've been wearing for so long. And Grant, I heard you say, the matte helmet, I agree with you. The matte helmet's cool. But how cool would it look if it had a gold W on there, kind of like the 49ers color on their helmet or their pants? That gold, that is gold. That is the color of gold, not this Ronald McDonald yellow that we've been wearing for 40 years. It doesn't go with anything you wear. If you try to go out and wear a Redskins garb somewhere, it doesn't go with anything you wear. You're like,
let
wow,
me
I
ask
got
you
this
this,
Ronald
Kenny.
McDonald.
Have they ever actually worn true burgundy and gold? To me, burgundy and gold.
No, and that's what I'm saying.
Is like Florida State.
Back in the day, Grant, when back in the 30s and 40s, they had a gold pant back. They wore gold pants back then, and they had like just a burgundy top. It was like a burgundy jersey. It was just burgundy and gold, the pants. And then they changed, like, I think I was born in 65. So I think I started, like, in about 5, I started watching them with my dad. But I remember then, at that time, they had that yellow. And you were saying, you know, how cool would that uniform look if it was burgundy with a gold face mask, the true gold, like 49ers gold. It would look so cool with the matte burgundy helmet with a gold W. I don't care if it was block or whatever kind of W it is, curly W or whatever. If it was gold.
Because it really used to be a gold color. Now, you couldn't tell because it was, black and white television.
I was going to say, I just Googled to see what color pants Sammy Ball wore. And it's black and white, so I can't tell.
Yeah, you can't tell. Now, it really changed according to the things that I've seen in the past, right around 1970. That gold became a lot more mustard, French's mustard, a lot more yellow than that kind of darker
but
gold
he's right.
color.
They actually did at one point in time wear like the legitimately like Florida State, Notre Dame, 49ers gold bottoms. And then it became burgundy and gold, but really it was burgundy and yellow in a way. Or if you ask Jim Zorn, maroon and black.
Maroon and black.
Those are the team colors, which to Jim Zorn's credit, he was a soothsayer. Their white jerseys now are pretty much maroon with some black stripes.
The accents are maroon and black on that John Allen jersey.